Brooke, why was it easy for you to come back to the Bucks this season?
Just, coming in first season for our system, first season for a lot of guys, and just the success we did have, and obviously we all feel that in no way, shape or form was it a fluke, it was definitely real. And as far as we got, it was definitely an accomplishment. It was unfortunate the way things ended this season, but we feel we have a lot of unfinished business left to prove. And I'm fortunate to just be out here playing basketball, playing this game with the best guys in the world, on and off the floor.
After Game 6 against Toronto, the next day people asked me, and I said, the question now is, you have to get better, and how do you do that? Malcolm Brogdon, a lot of talent gone. However, Kyle Korver comes in, Wesley Matthews comes in. In your mind, is there a chance that this team could actually be better than it was last season?
I absolutely think so. Obviously Malcolm, I think I read, he's the 8th member of the 40, 50, 90 club, like that, and his demeanor under pressure, it doesn't change at all. So he's definitely a huge loss for us, and I wish nothing but the best for him. But, I think with a combined work ethic, all, led by Giannis first and foremost, his work ethic, but trickling down to everyone. And then I think the leaps we'll make as a team as well. We're absolutely gonna be better in this next season.
What should the team's goal be this coming season?
I think obviously we want to be better first and foremost. That's a simple, easy thing to say right here and right now. But, I think we want to come in and kind of handle the regular season the same way. Prove it wasn't a one-off thing, a fluke, You sometimes hear, they were a regular season team and stuff like that. Well, shoot, winning 60 games of the regular season isn't easy. And, obviously we want to do it again and do it better this year. That being said, I think coming down in the playoffs, just, having that experience, I know a lot of us hadn't been that far to the Eastern Conference Finals before. And we'd have a lot of guys who were successful in the playoffs despite that. But having that extra year, that extra season of playing whatever it was, the 11, 15 games or whatever it was, it makes a difference. And I think that'll make us that much better this coming season.
I thought it would be tough for the Bucks to lose 4 times. I never considered losing 4 straight games. How difficult was that?
I didn't watch any of the games after we were knocked out. It was kind of tough to handle for me personally. There was definitely a feeling of disbelief and shock kind of in the locker room and just thinking kind of what happened.
What's the lesson there?
I think it's just, regardless of whatever situation it may be, and you've seen this, in the playoffs before when, the Warriors were up 3-1 in the finals, that's an example. But, whatever the situation may be, however you may feel you have a hold on the series or how you're feeling, it can change like that in the playoffs. Each game really changes the tone, changes the whole setting of the series.
Do you think the team learned that perhaps as playoffs progress, it becomes more and more cerebral? You get to a point where everything is right between the ears. If you deviate, if you change the radio station while you're driving, you might end up with an airbag in your face.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great analogy. It's just, and you just hear talk like one play can change the whole complexion of a game or of a series, and it can be just some random turnover, that you kind of self-inflicted turnover in the second quarter, or a missed box out here, and it just kind of, changes everything. These games all go down to the wire.
We were talking earlier, and I find this interesting. We can credit a computer for your three-point shooting skill.
Yeah, it was sort of like this arc sort of detector on your shot. It would just sit on the sideline, and it wasn't like I was wearing any sort of device or anything like that. It was really just a sort of sensor, sort of camera, and it registered the arc of my shot. And my shot's always been pretty flat. I don't know if it's just because of my size, I don't really jump, whatever it is, my shot's been pretty flat. And so after every shot, it would just give you audio feedback. It'd be 38 or whatever, the arc was, what the degree of the arc was. And so in that mind, just having that, it took a little to get used to, but having that audio feedback after every shot just gave me that reminder in my mind, okay, I need to get my shot up more, just consistently. And that's always what I think in the game now, just, get it up, give it a chance.
Now you're playing with Robin. Can you turn him into a three-point shooter?
I absolutely think he can do it, but the thing I'm absolutely positive about is that Bud's gonna give him every chance in the world to do it, no question.
The two of you will be playing together for the first time since Stanford. What will that be like for you?
I don't know. I think it's definitely going to be weird, like seeing him in the locker room, like putting on the same uniform and being on the court with him for like in an official real game for the first time in what I was surprised to see is more than a decade. It's definitely been a while, but he can obviously be annoying and a chore to handle a lot of the time, and it's going to be put to the test, living, I'm sure, down the street from one another, if not in the same house the majority of the season, but on court, he'll definitely be beneficial.
What is it going to be like for the rest of us?
I did tell Bud, I was like, Bud, you have to realize now, and my agent backed me up on this, like, we might get in a fight during practice like once a week, something like that. They're gonna have to separate us, or they might just let us go, Yeah, they might just let us go at each other.
All of a sudden in the league, 2 big men lineups are coming back. A lot of teams seem to be going back to that. Walk me through what you two could do together in a 2 big lineup. And one of the things I suspect would be zone defense.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one thing we always took pride on growing up, playing in high school together and college together, was being on the floor at the same time, playing the 4 and the 5 together, and just locking up on defense, blocking shots, having each other's backs. And I mean, that's the great thing about our system in Milwaukee. Regardless of what scheme we're in, if we're reading, switching pick and rolls, or when we're in on drop defense, we always are helping the helper and helping that helper. We always have each other's backs, and Robin has that same mentality. He brings that same mentality.
Is there some sort of superhero, twin-tastic, symbiotic relationship between you two that none of us will be able to see easily?
I think it's there. It should still be there, because we've played pickup and everything like that. After all these years, it should still be there.
Will there be competition between the Low Bros and the Adetokounmpo Bros? This is a strange situation.
It is, but I love it. We talk about our team being family, and this kind of puts their money where their mouth is. But I think we're all competitive. Both families are ultra competitive. So if it comes to it, I don't see either side backing down. But in the way that Rob and I always phrased it growing up is we didn't really. We did play pickup and get in fights all the time, but we loved like teaming up and playing against other people. And I think Giannis and his brother are the same way, and so I think that's going to be how we're looking at it. We're all teaming up, just trying to go at everyone.
I think there might be some season-long contests after practice.
No doubt. There has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Brooke, you visited Greece on behalf of Giannis. You went to his event. Tell me about that. It had to be great.
It was really unbelievable. I'm so thankful that Giannis, took the time to set the event up. It was for a great cause, and just that he allowed Bled and I to be there. It was incredible to see, and we spent a few days in Athens, and then we were in Mykonos for the event. It was just gorgeous. It was amazing. It was just so beautiful out there.
Giannis first played basketball in Sapolia. Did you get there and see where he played?
I didn't get to see that, no, but I went to the Parthenon. We took a boat around, went beach hopping, and it was really cool to see, because I love traveling in the off season. So this just gave me another place to go and to see. Like, it puts things in perspective when you look at these things, and these things are tens of thousands of years old. It's just, unbelievable, out of this world. And to go see these things up close, I'd have to thank Giannis every chance I get for giving me the opportunity to go out there.
You passed up a pretty nice trip to take part in Team USA this summer, didn't you?
I got to go on a small part of it. I did. I was with my family in the United Kingdom. We went to London, saw Buckingham Palace, did the Tower of London Eye, all the tourist stuff. Had to go to the Harry Potter tour, of course. We did that one day. And then we went to Edinburgh in Scotland as well, did Edinburgh Castle. Stuff we love doing. We love going to different countries and being tourists. And so they were in Loch Ness the other day. That was when I had to come back, and I was a little jealous of that. I love being a part of Team USA, but I was a little jealous because I was worried they would find Nessie and I would miss out on it. They didn't find him though, so I still have a chance to be the guy that finds him.